I'm one of those people that likes things in life organised, logical and predictable. I'm not very good with surprises, especially when it comes to money. Financially, most people fall into two groups, those that budget and plan and those that do not. And this can have a massive impact on both their cash flow throughout the year and their stress levels, depending on their income, their spending and their lifestyle. Even if you don't have a specific budget for levels of spending each month, there are several simple strategies that you can use to help you get a better picture of what is going on with your money. Keep watching for the 3 most common budget methods you can use. Hi, I'm Claire, money coach and qualified financial advisor. For the last 14 years, I've been working in the financial services sector and I run a successful financial services business. I'm here to help you walk into wealth, enriched, empowered and excited. I've built my dream life and now I'm going to help you build yours. And remember, if you've got any questions, post them below, because at the end of each video, I answer one viewer's question and next week could be yours. First, we're going to look at what we call the chequebook method. Now, maybe I'm showing my age, but do you remember when you actually had a chequebook for your bank account? Inside the front cover, there was a space to keep a running balance for the money in your account, which was really useful if you did spending that was done by cash or cheque or direct debit, because each time you got paid or you wrote out a cheque or withdrew some cash, you could adjust the balance in the chequebook so that you knew how much money was really left in your account. It stopped you spending the money more than once. Now, this has largely been superseded by mobile banking and apps on your phone, but the principle is still one of the easiest ways to be in control of your money and not overspend. So when you get paid each month, deduct the full value of all of your direct debits, no matter where in the month they get paid, and then the money over is yours left to spend. The advantage of this method is that as you see your available balance decrease, you keep a record of how much you're spending and how much you've got over in a notebook or an app on your phone. You should be able to adjust your spending habits accordingly. Realising that you only have £35 left until payday and knowing that you need to put petrol in your car should prevent you from spending the money on an extra takeaway. You do need to largely ignore the balance showing when you visit the cash point or when you log onto your internet banking, and just use the figure that you've written down in your book, because the figure that you're going to see on the screen is going to be higher than your true balance because it doesn't allow for the direct debits that might not yet have come out of your account. Number 2, the all cash method. Now, this works similar to the method above, except that once you've allowed for your bills and direct debits to be paid from your account, you withdraw the remainder of the money from your account in cash, either in one go or weekly. So you set an amount that you're happy to take out. The advantage of that is that physically handing over money and seeing your purse get emptier can prevent you from spending on stuff that you don't really need. Plastic cards are a convenient way to make your purchases, but for a lot of people, they don't feel like real money, and it's far too easy to tap and go with contactless payments and spend more than you plan. Now, if you're not comfortable carrying large amounts of cash as you worry about losing it or having it stolen, then a variation on this would be to transfer a fixed amount into a second current account, which you use for everyday spending. This still keeps the money separate, and when the money is gone, it's empty, you have to stop spending, but it means that you don't have to worry about carrying around a whole load of cash with you, which can feel more safe and secure. Keep watching to find out about the other methods, and then let me know in the comments which sounds like the best method for you. The envelope method. This is for people who like to have things organised and ideal if you have specific things that you are saving for, or like to ensure that they don't spend too much of their money on any one kind of spending. Historically, it would mean that when you got paid, often in cash, you allocated money into various different envelopes for different things. So for utilities or travel or holidays, in whichever proportion you wanted, so that you didn't have to spend the kids' dinner money on a new pair of shoes by mistake. It also meant for large purchases, so if you were paid weekly but had your rent or mortgage monthly, you could actually put the money away to make sure that you had it when the time came. But it does rely on some discipline, that when the money in the envelope has run out, you stop spending and don't borrow money from the other envelopes. It does also mean that you need to make smart choices, because if you want to have £60 to spend on your anniversary, then you can't spend all your going out money on coffee and cakes throughout the week. You also need to bear in mind that longer term spending, like holidays and Christmas, could mean that you end up with a considerable sum of cash at home in that envelope, which could get lost, stolen, or dipped into with the intention of paying it back, but you never quite get round to it. So this might not be the best way forward if you haven't got a lot of willpower or you don't feel safe with a lot of cash at home. Now we're almost there, but before that, if you're still with me, can you take a couple of seconds to hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up? It really helps keep me motivated to bring you more helpful content. So is there a best of both worlds? The key thing is that most people, they will spend up to their means. So if you've got specific plans for some of your money, you need to move the money away from temptation to avoid getting to the end of the month to find that it's already gone. This means taking the money out first. So set up a standing order for the day after payday to transfer the money into a separate account. And once it's gone, you won't miss it. Self-employed people should do the same for their tax and the money that they are putting away for their pension and their future. Have the payments set up to go automatically from your account. The same as if you were employed, they would automatically come out of your pay. At this point, you might also want to transfer money to other accounts, depending on how many pots you wish to have. And different people do different things. Most internet banking apps allow you to have more than one account, and some of the modern accounts actually let you have more than one pot within your account that helps you keep your spending separate but all visible at a glance. Personally, I use 6 accounts, 3 current accounts and 3 savings accounts, which over the last 9 years has revolutionised my attitude to spending and given me a great sense of calm and being in control of my money. Okay, so it's time now for today's Ask Claire question, and this comes from Beth. I've tried lots of ways of budgeting before, but not been able to stick to them. How do I manage my money in a way that doesn't feel restrictive? So the answer there is that you need to find something that's going to work for you. But whichever way you go, the first thing is to work out what you actually spend on things each month. Use a budget planner and then have a look to see if it feels right, or whether you'd like it to be a little higher or a little lower. Make sure that you cancel things you don't use. So like Sky TV, if you always use Netflix, then at payday move some money into separate accounts for the things that are important to you before you spend it on food shopping at the supermarket. I hope that this has helped you to take one step closer to that life you really want. So keep watching for more tips.